Ooh, I had a little dance with spirit there, y'all. I didn't think I was going to come back for a minute. Thank you for going there with me. Carve out a space in me. Carve out a space in me where your presence can abide. Instead of all the stuff we accumulate in there in the heart space, right? And in the mind space. Lord, help us in the mind space. It's all busy up in there. It's busy, it's busy. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell. Don't go back to sleep. The Sufi saint and poet Rumi. Those are his words. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell. Don't go back to sleep. The breeze is spirit. Dawn is awakening. We're waking up to the truth of who we are, the truth of our ability to live in truth and trust. We're waking up. Let's not go back to sleep. We had a global wake-up call in 2020, and it's continued to be the gift that keeps on giving. We've had this global wake-up call of a global pandemic. And many, many people, probably most of you in this room, many people said, okay, you know what? A little solitude now and again is good. Having some time to working from home is nice. Not filling my days with so much busyness, well, that was a gift, right? What was your wake-up call during the pandemic, or maybe it's happening still? Did you have a wake-up call? Did you hear the secret the breeze had to tell at your awakening dawn? Did you hear it? Have you gone back to sleep? Are you nodding off a little? I know I have a little nod here and there. And then I jolt myself back to, wait a second. I said I wasn't going to do that post-COVID. I said I was going to live at a different pace of peace, a deeper, truer center. That's okay. We get to do it again, come back to center over and over as many times as it takes. But what has been your wake-up call, and are you sticking to it? Are you doing the things that make you lose track of time, the things that you get lost in, the things that make you come alive? Or are you saying, how am I going to make a living as a tree climber? I mean, that makes me come alive. I don't know. How am I going to make a living out of that? You know what? Joe Schmo's tree service might have said that too. You know, if he hadn't said, no, I like to climb trees, I'm going to climb trees. I'm joking a little, but I'm not, you know, because we dismiss the divine ideas moving through us all the time because we think, well, that doesn't make sense. How am I supposed to make money at that? That doesn't make sense. No one's going to love me if I do that. Instead of just carving out a space for the presence to abide, that means carving out the space in our mind and in our heart to listen to that divine impulse, which is our intuition, which is spirit moving through us, and then make an informed decision from the heart. An informed decision from the heart instead of an urgent decision. Remember, urgency is never a spirit-led action. Urgency is an ego-led action. So we have to drop in, tune in, open up, and allow instead of getting back on the treadmill. And if you did, don't blame yourself, don't judge yourself, just give yourself permission to step back off, with or without COVID, okay? Give yourself permission to step back off. Because that's what we're here to do. We're here to do that so that we can give our greatest gift. And if you find a way to do the things that make you come alive, the things that make you lose time, if you find a way to do those things that make you come alive, make you lose time, and at the same time be in service to others, you're prospering yourself, you're prospering the world, can't help but succeed. So it's about giving our gift, right? What's your gift and where can I give it? What's my gift and where can I give it? And we're going to talk about specifically your unique gift. What is your unique gift? And I want to say that over and over. What makes you come alive? What makes you feel like, how is it 3 hours have passed? What makes you feel completely just lost in it in a good way? For me, it's music, it's writing, it's nature. And so I write songs, I write talks, I play music, I lead retreats in the woods, right? It's like that's, but there was a time when I would have thought, well, yeah, but, and everybody around would have said, yeah, that's sweet, but nobody really makes a living doing that. Yeah, they do. If people can make a living making Post-its, you know, anything's possible. Like, wish I'd thought of that one. So, but now let's talk about the shared gift. So there's your unique gift, right? That is yours to give, and you know what it is. You say you don't sometimes, but you do. You just got to ask for clarity and then courage to act on that clarity. Ask for clarity and then the courage to act on it. But let's talk about our shared gift, because we all have a shared gift. And the shared gift, the greatest way we can give our individual gifts, which is our loving presence, by the way. That's more important than anything. But the best way we can access that and offer that is to live the gift. You ready? Live the G.I.F.T. Live the gift. G.I.F.T. Ready? Here we go. G. Live your giving heart. Live from your giving heart. What and where can I give? What and where can I give? I asked for permission before I shared this, because what we share in the sharing circle stays in the sharing circle unless I ask for permission to share it, which I did. We're going around this morning, and people said, I think the question was, how would you describe, it was Shari's question, and it was, how would you describe me to a stranger? And Donna said, you exude compliments. You're always giving compliments. That's a way of giving. So when I say live from a giving heart, that's a great example. Giving compliments, giving smiles, giving your time, your energy, your loving presence, giving. What can you give? And for some people, it's financial. Maybe they're able to give a financial gift to help somebody else. Whatever it is. Maybe it is just giving someone literally an arm to hold on to when they cross the street. But being in that space of a giving heart is step one to living your individual gift by living our collective gift. So giving heart. And then intentional mind. How many times do we say, like the example of the COVID awarenesses, right? The COVID awakenings. How many times do we say, this is my intention? And then we go, whoopsie, my actions and my words are not matching what I said my intention was. They're all over here, they're everywhere, but that's what I said. My intention was this direction. So are your words and your actions matching your intentional mind? And back to the giving heart just for a quick second. When you're in that giving heart, you can't be in judgment or fear. Have you ever noticed that? When you're in a space of giving, you can't be in a space of judgment and fear. But why? Because giving is open. And judgment and fear is a contraction. So if you're feeling contracted, you're feeling shut down, find somewhere to give. That's why when you go into a 12-step program, the first thing they have you doing is service. Where can I serve? Because it opens you back up from just thinking about your problems and your limitations. It opens you up. So giving heart opens you up. The intentional mind. If you want something different, we have to be different, right? So are we willing to make our words and our actions match, be in harmony with our intention? So living our individual gift and our collective gift of a loving presence in this world takes living the gift, giving heart, intentional mind. F is for a forgiving practice. A forgiving practice. Notice I said practice. It's not just the one time. It's a continual thing. It's not condoning. I can't say that too much. Forgiveness is not saying what someone did to you or to someone else is okay. It's not condoning. But it's choosing to cleanse the lens of your heart. I got to jump back for a second to that intuition thing, where I said trust that. So what I do when I write a talk is I write down things that come because I just trust that it's spirit. And I look at the paper and I go, that looks like a cat hairball or something. It just don't make sense. It's going every which direction. I hadn't had a chance to read the Science of Mind reading for today. I sent it to you, but I didn't have a chance to read it. I didn't know it talked about cleansing the lens of your perception. And in my notes, it literally says, cleanse the lens of your perception. So trust your intuition when the ideas come. So the forgiveness is cleansing that, polishing the mirror of your heart. So you're reflecting the love that you are, cleansing the lens of your own perception. Like we talked about last week, rewriting the narrative, right? Changing the story, the blah, 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 that we get lost in sometimes. So having that forgiveness, practice, because it's a continual journey to live from that place of recognizing you are the face of God, you are the face of God, you are the face of God, you are the face of God. So is he, she, whomever that is not they, whoever is not living what we think they should be doing, right? They're the face of God too. Forgiveness is a continual practice. So giving heart, intentional mind, forgiving practice, and A teachable life. Ooh, I love this one. A teachable life. That doesn't mean you get a great teacher and you take a great class, although we're happy to help you out with that too. A teachable life means you're movable, you're pliable, you're malleable, right? You're not so set in your ways that a beautiful opportunity presents itself and all you can see is a problem. Being able to move and to change and to be spontaneous. It takes trusting life, really, really trusting life. Being teachable. There's people that we can look to for examples, aren't there? Out there, there's lots of people that we can look to for examples. If we get stuck and think, how can I give? Just look. Look at what's all around us. I'm part of a group called Community Input Group for Safe Charlotte, and it brings together those just really passionate social justice activists, clergy, and police. This came about in 2020 after George Floyd was killed. And we've been working for policy change and all these different things. So there's this guy on there. And the first time I saw him, I thought, ooh, that is a man right there that does not wait for change, he makes it. He does not wait for change, he makes it. And his name is Rodney McGill. And Rodney posted the other day about something that he's involved in right now. And it's a summer camp for 34 kids. And it's not just a summer camp, like go drop your kids off so that you can go do whatever, you're going to get your manicure or whatever. No, it's a summer camp that's so powerful, the work that they are doing. I mean, you have your swimming lessons and your chess lessons and your dance lessons, but you also have political science, financial literacy, technology, electronics, mentoring, and the business, I love this one, the business side of the music business, right? Really getting in there and teaching valuable life skills to these kids that would not have been able to go to a camp. And he's providing the service. He and the other folks who he founded the Save Our Children movement. I'm going to post about that today in our on our pages so that you can support the work that he's doing. Because it's a beautiful work. And I'm also going to have someone else come up and share with you personally after my talk in just a few minutes. Someone who is a member of this community and near and dear to our hearts, Stephen Tilley. The minute I met Stephen, I was like, what's your story? What are you about? And he said, hugs. No wonder you and Blue get along so good. So hugs, he's about hugs, right? And he went on to talk about the work that he was doing. And this was, some years ago. The work that he was doing with those in the community experiencing homelessness. And many of you know these stories and the ways that he's allowed us to help other people by showing us where a need was and helping us to fill that need. And we're so grateful to be able to see the work that you do, Stephen. And we're so incredibly blessed by you and the organization that he is now sitting on the board of, which is Hearts United for Good. Did you catch that? Hearts United for Good. Hug. Yeah, I know. I thought that was pretty cool, too. So there's people around us ready to inspire us, living their unique gifts. I actually talked about that just a week or two ago. I talked about how your unique gift may be, and I pointed to Blue and I said, giving a hug. Well, there you go. Stephen was giving hugs, and he was walking up to people who were experiencing homelessness and saying, you know what? Tell me your story. And he brought their story and them to life, right? To our awareness. He uplifted their humanity. And I'm so honored to know you, my friend. And this is the kind of stuff going on all around us when we take the time to look at something other than the mundane things we want to get sucked into and worried about because we've gotten off track from where our intention said we wanted to go, right? But when we are living in that giving heart, that intentional mind, that forgiving practice, and that teachable life, then we are open. We're open. We're not letting the ego run the show. We are in that space of trusting the divine urging of spirit, not the urgency of the ego. We're in that space of trusting. A divine urge means a divine urge to serve, to be, to show up, to be the change. Not wait for it to happen, but to make it happen. And I know, it takes trust. It takes trust in the universe. It takes trusting the universe and trusting that your good hasn't passed you by, because sometimes you just want to throw in the towel, be like, I don't know, I've tried. I don't know, I'm never going to make a difference in this life. I've heard it said that Frank Lloyd Wright did the majority of his great works as an architect from age 80 to 92. I wish Lisa Lee was here so I could verify that. She's an architect. But I just thought of that this morning, that I'm pretty sure that's true. Look it up and tell me that Frank Lloyd Wright created the most of his masterpieces in his later years. So even if you're thinking, well, I can't, it's too late, or maybe it's too soon, it's never too soon or too late or too much. If it's a desire of your heart, we wouldn't have a desire of our hearts if we weren't meant to bring it into fruition. The very fact that you have an urge to do something means you have within you everything to do it. And Spirit is saying, I got you, let's do this. Let's do this. So what realization, what secrets did the dawn whisper in your ear as you started to awaken to the truth of your spiritual magnificence? And trust me, you have and you are continuing to do that, or you wouldn't be here. That's what we mean by like minds. We're coming together as like-minded, like hearts. There's that within us that knows there's more. There's more than getting up, going to work, coming home, going to bed, getting up, going to work, coming home, going to bed. There's more to friendships than, yeah, how's your day? Yeah, good. Yeah, boss was terrible. Yeah, me too. Okay, see ya. There's more. And we're here to live from that more. We're here to live from those connections with one another, from that heart space that says, oh, I'm going to carve out that space and feel the presence within me that knows that the divine, by whatever name I give it, is right here. Call it God, creator, source, universe, intelligence, doesn't matter. It's a power and presence that was never created, never destroyed, and is everywhere, and therefore it's in me and it's in you. And it connects us, and it guides us, and it protects us. And when we can live from that awareness, giving our gift is just second nature. It's just who we are. We're a gift walking all the time. You're just a walking gift. Turn to somebody and say, you're a walking gift. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell. Don't go back to sleep. You're awakening to a greater level, a greater degree of living. Don't go back to sleep. Just say yes. 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 And so it is.